What's up everyone, I'm CallumOnToast, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you some very fun battles in the Element Cup. I managed to go on a 9-1 run in my first couple of sets with this team. I've got Shadow Bulbasaur in the lead. This is actually a rank 1 Shadow Bulbasaur for Little Cups, so that's really cool. I've got Seel as the safe swap, which I think is extremely underrated in this meta. There's nothing that hard walls it, apart from maybe Chinchou, but you can Icy Wind it, and then the Bulbasaur can pretty much just come in and farm down with Vine Whips, so there is that. And then I've got Shadow Carvanha in the back. Obviously it needs to avoid Cottonee at all costs, but the cool thing about this team is that when I switch into the Seel, because I've got Bulbasaur in the lead, my opponents often switch in the Cottonee to avoid the Bulbasaur. But we've got Icy Winds to fight back against the Cottonee on Seel, and we can usually get a shield, and as well we're going to be debuffing my opponent's attack, so I can come in with the Bulbasaur, farm up a bunch of energy, and then have some sludge bombs to throw at possibly a fire type that comes back in, because trust me, there aren't really any Pokemon that want to take a sludge bomb from the Shadow Bulbasaur. And obviously once we get the Cottonee off the field, then Shadow Carvanha can often wreak a lot of havoc in the back, and you're going to see it go to town today. We're running Bite, so we can just absolutely destroy Pokemon in an instant, and yeah. So before we go into the battles, let's talk about last video's question of the day, where I asked which Pokemon have hard-hitting nuke charge moves that they're very unlikely to reach. And two of my favourite answers here, they're the exact same answer. They both say Shadow Sharpedo with Hydro Pump, and I completely agree with them. And it's actually King Piria and Raphael D, and I'm sure you've seen them in my comments section pretty much on every single video. They're two of my most loyal subscribers, and I've actually been subscribed to both of their channels for a very long time because they both create awesome content. They both make Team Go Rocket challenge content like I do, and on top of that they also do raid challenge content, so if that's something you're interested in, then I'd highly recommend you go check out their channels if you're not already subscribed to them. Another response that I really liked was Shadow Aerodactyl reaching a Hyper Beam, and that's from Houston. Apologies if I butchered your name there, but I thought that was a really unique one. I completely forgot that Aerodactyl actually learns Hyper Beam, but yeah, there's pretty much no chance that it's getting to the Hyper Beam, especially as the Shadow, so yeah, really cool answer there. Unfortunately, they haven't uploaded any Pokemon Go content on their YouTube channel for quite a while, so you probably won't need to check them out. But with that being said, let's get into today's question of the day. What is your favourite themed cup we've had in GBL so far? That can include any of the remix cups, as well as any of the Great League or Little Cups, or even Ultra League, Premier Classic, or Master League Premier Classic, any of those that we've had so far, and give me a brief explanation as to why it's your favourite, and maybe you'll be getting a shout out in my next GBL video. And with that out of the way, let's get into today's battles now. Alright, so I'm just going to warn you, these battles are extremely fast paced, especially when the Carvanha enters the battle, so just be aware that I might not be able to commentate on everything that happens. But here we led into a Surskit, a fairly neutral lead. I'm expecting some sort of bug charge move here, and it's a Signal Beam, so that's a very good shield. Bulbasaur is very squishy as a Shadow, so they might have even taken us out. We get to another Seed Bomb here, and we're able to take out the Surskit. They come in with Tepig, so I safe swap into the Seel, and unfortunately we're met with the only thing that hard counters us, a Chinchou. We're also met with a ton of lag, and it means we don't even get to the Icy Wind. We are going to let it go through, and fortunately it's just a Bubble Beam, so I'm able to survive that, go for an Icy Wind, and now we're going to lower their attack as well. At this point I'm happy to let the Seel go down, because I can come in with the Bulbasaur, farm down completely, and I will have a Sludge Bomb to throw into the Tepig. I'm going to let this go through. It is just a Bubble Beam. My opponent tries to snipe, but I was ready for it, so I throw the Sludge Bomb straight away. It does massive damage. I come in with Carvanha, bite them down, and bite down the Chinchou before you even had a chance to see how much health they had remaining. So GG's to that trainer. Carvanha didn't do too much there, but it absolutely destroyed in the end game. And in this match, we lead into a Chinchou this time, so a very good lead. They switch into an Ice Shard Seel, which I don't think is as good as the Lick Seel, because it means that we're going to be able to resist their fast move damage, and these licks are really going to add up against the Seel over time. We lower their attack, and you can see the massive difference in the health between the two Seals here. And my opponent actually didn't even bother going for the Icy Wind that time. They just went for an Aqua Tail. This time they probably will go for the Icy Wind, but I'm happy to lick, farm them down all the way. I have a ton of energy. I'm going for the Icy Wind straight away. It is the Chinchou that comes in, and they actually shield that, which was a massive misplay because there's no reason to shield from a Seel. But I'm okay with that, and you can see and remember that I was 2-stage Icy Wind debuffed, so that did absolutely nothing. They come in and they go for a Bubble Beam here. I come in with the Bulbasaur, we switch into Carvanha, and we're able to farm them down before they get to a charge move, and we have like 1 HP for them to farm me down as well, so that was perfect there. They are going to throw a move. It is a Thunderbolt, so that probably would have taken us out at that range, so it was a very good shield. I don't need to shield this time because it's just a Bubble Beam, but I do shield anyway, and I commit to the Vine Whip, farm down. So once again, a very fast paced game in the middle there. This time we lead into Seel. We're going to stay in, see if it's Ice Shard or Lick. It is Lick, so I'm actually going to stay in. I'm going for the Seed Bomb straight away. We'll get there a lot earlier than they get to an Icy Wind, and actually throw quite early, so I was thinking that might even still be too early to be an Icy Wind. It is just an Aqua Tail. They switch into Vulpix, and I safe switch or I counter switch into the Seel here, and I'm going to be able to tank the Body Slam pretty comfortably. This is just a regular Vulpix and not the Shadow version, so 2 Body Slams will not be enough to take us out. And I get a shield there, the final shield with my Aqua Tail, and I'm actually going to let this Body Slam go through as well, and I'm going to let them farm me down a decent amount before I throw the Aqua Tail here, and this should take out the Vulpix, and it does so. They come in with a Frillish here, and at this point that's GG's. Carvanha comes in, Frillish goes down, and we're going to be able to bite down this Seel here and take that game. So once again, Carvanha just sweeping everything in about 2 seconds, so you love to see it. Into the next game, we lead into a Ducklet, so this is a bit of a problem. I'm going to switch into the Seel, and as the trap works every time, I'm going to be baiting out the Cottonee here, and we get a shield from them, so that is very much ideal. At this point we should survive the Seed Bomb, but I think this is one of my earlier games. I decided I actually wanted to get 2 shields from my opponent, fully expecting them to shield, but they don't shield and actually come back in with the Ducklet there, so that was kind of a misplay from me. I kind of expected them to burn both shields, but they didn't. I am going to commit to the Icy Wind here, and I'm able to get there just before we go down. And now I'm going to come in with the Carvanha here. I actually bite them down before they even had a chance to react, and they come in with Vulpix, and I'm going to be able to get to the Poison Fang here before they get to a charge move or farm me down, and then I'm able to bite them down there. So GG's to that opponent there. Carvanha just taking my opponents by surprise, and they didn't have enough time to react. That's the crazy thing about these little cups, is some Pokemon just deal so much damage that you don't have enough time to react and make a switch or throw a charge move at the right time. Against this Chikorita here, we go for the Icy Wind, and we're able to completely lick, farm them down, and my opponent didn't realize or didn't expect that, and then they actually just quit the game there. So I'm able to go 5-0 in my first set, a very fast set to commentate over, so apologies if I'm not doing a very good job. Into the next set, we lead into a Shellos, and this is just a water type, so there's no ground subtyping, otherwise we'd have probably taken it out already with the Vine Whip damage. We are going to shield the Mud Bomb here. That would have done a lot of damage. We actually switch here, and my opponent also switched, but we switched into the Seel whilst they switched into a Slugma, so a very favourable matchup for me. I'm actually going to let this go through. If it's a Rock Slide, it will do quite a lot of damage, but it's just a Flame Charge. It is resisted because we are only water and not part ice typing, and they come back in with the Shellos here. I'm going for the Aqua Tail. Any move would KO from this range. They come in with a Cottonee, so this game is going to be over. Bulbasaur will get to the Sludge Bomb here, and this will easily be enough to take out the Cottonee, as both the grass and fairy typing are weak to poison type damage. So we're able to take that game. Into the next game, we lead into a Litleo, so not a very good lead. We're going to say swap into the Seel here. They come in with their Snova. I'm not too familiar with the moves, but it does have Powder Snow, so it's probably got some sort of grass charge move and maybe a grass knot or energy ball. It is an energy ball. We shield that, and I think I'm going to fully farm them down with Lick, and we're able to get the farm down. They come in with their own Lick Seel, so that's perfectly fine with me. I'm going to go for a couple of Icy Winds here. Actually, I'm going to wait for them to throw, and then I think I'm actually going to switch into the Shadow Carvanha here. I have debuffed their attack, and they're staying in for ages, realizing they're going to get farmed down, so they switch into the Litleo here. I'm able to get to a Poison Fang, and at this point, the game is over. Unfortunately, I'm not quite able to take them out there, but I'm going to come in with the Seel, shield once, and farm them down with the Lick damage here. And I'm able to take out the Litleo. They come back in with the Seel, and my opponent realizes it's over, so they decide not to shield that, and we're able to take that game. So GG's to that opponent. Into the next battle, we lead into a Cottonee, so this is a good matchup. They switch into a Confusion Shadow Slowpoke, so I actually switch into the Seel here, even though the Carvanha has a really good matchup and would take them out before they get to a charge move. But if I farm down here, I can actually exert a lot of shield pressure going back onto the Cottonee here, and I was also expecting it to potentially be a double Shadow Confusion team, so I'm going for the Icy Wind here, and this should get a second shield, or it will do a lot of damage. We get the second shield, so we've debuffed them 2 times. I come in with the Bulbasaur here, and they actually have a Bulbasaur of their own, so a bit of a misread in the team composition. We go down in about 3 Vine Whips there, so but we did actually put them low enough so that we can easily take them out here. With the Sludge Bomb, we take them out, and we're going to be able to tank any grass charge move here as we're double resisting it. They go for the Seed Bomb, we easily tank that, and we're going to get to another Sludge Bomb here and take out that Cottonee, and that is another great game there by my opponent. GG's to them. Into the next game, we lead Bulbasaur into Ducklet, so again we're going to switch into the Seel straight away. They're actually staying in, so I'm okay with that, and eventually they switch into the Cottonee, so this is really good because we got a massive energy advantage here. We don't get a shield, but I think I might even get to another Icy Wind, or actually I'm going to get to an Aqua Tail before they can throw, and we just take them out, and that's it. We won switch advantage back, and we're also going to be forcing them to throw their energy here against my Seel. They go for the Aerial Ace. I'm going to come in with the Carvanha. This is probably going to be a Bubble Beam. It's actually another Aerial Ace, so they don't debuff our attack. I'm able to fully bite, farm them down, and unfortunately they have a Litleo in the back, so this is not looking too good for us. I'm going to switch in the Bulbasaur here, and I really should just be committing to the Vine Whip damage, but for some reason I threw the Seed Bomb here, and that's probably going to mean that we lose this game. But then my opponent throws a charge move as well, so misplay on both ends. We come in with the Carvanha, and we get taken out by the Ember there, and we lose that game. I'm not sure if both bites registered there. I think we should have possibly tied, but unfortunately we lose that game, so GG's, very well played to my opponent there. In this game, we are going to go for more Icy Winds against the Cottonee. This time we do get a shield from the Cottonee, and at this point we should just barely survive this Seed Bomb, and we could have got to the Icy Wind if we committed to one more Lick, but I didn't want to take that chance, so I go for Aqua Tail. I actually get the shield anyway. The only difference is that we don't debuff their attack, and at this point I am actually going to shield this up because I have taken quite a lot of damage from Charm, but I'm fully going to commit to the Vine Whip, farm down. I have 2 Sludge Bombs that I can throw against whatever comes in. It's actually a Chinchou, so that's a misplay. Should have gone for the Seed Bomb there, but I bite, farm them down. They have a Ducklet in the back, and I'm actually going to shield this up just because I can. Just in case we lag for whatever reason, and I'm able to bite, farm down the Ducklet, and take that game. So that is going to be the final battle of this video. I just realized how short that was. These battles just absolutely flew by, but I hope you enjoyed them. So if you did enjoy today's video, make sure you leave a like. Don't forget to answer today's question of the day in the comment section below. And I will be having an Ultra League video dropping sometime soon, so be on the lookout for that. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching today's video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.